our Entra with our client server and how we can do the integration and create an SSO ID and Okta. Okay, so before to begin, as we already discussed, we should have now timestamps that are here because now instance which is created. We should have an Azure Active Directory page instance which is here, which have been created. And apart from that, we have a global administrator account or an access of an administrator who can create an enterprise application over there. So we should have all these three. With the help of these, we can be able to create an application and we can register the same with our Okta. Okay. So moving forward, we can go ahead and try the second option. Otherwise, you can do the sources or search for here for the Android. It will be here. It has been opened. Now we will manage our page, spending manage, and we will go at the last. We have an option of enterprise application in the middle of the manage itself. The enterprise application, we need to create here our more application. I have multiple of applications you can see. Now we will create a new application. As this is not a guilty application, if it is a guilty application, you can just go ahead and search here. You can get all the details of the particular application, but it is not a guilty application, so we need to create a manual application over here. In the manual application, you have three options. Configure application proxy for secure remote access to an on-prem application. If you have configured application proxy, you can go ahead with the first one. Second is an application to integrate in Microsoft Entra. If you are developing your application, then you can go ahead and register with Microsoft application and integrate with that Entra itself. But we are integrating a third-party application, you can say, which is a non-guilty application. It is a third-party application, but it is not involved in the guilty. That is why we are going with the third option that is being given. We need to give some name. So I am just giving or you can whatever it. Once this application is being created, you just verify for the name. If any other name has been given on your tenant or itself or not. If it is not, then it will create an application in 1 to 2 minutes. Once it has been created, you will go ahead and check for its configuration. So the application has been created. You can see just take 5 or 6 seconds itself. Again, we need to go to the manage and Entra. Everywhere you need to extend the management. Okay. Go ahead, click on manage. Under manage, you will find a single sign-on option. Another thing that we are doing in enterprise application is provisioning. That is another topic we have discussed it. If you want, you can go to the I button and check for my provisioning video. Or in the at the last, you will get the same video. So you can just go ahead and check the provisioning video. How we can do the provisioning for the particular application. Currently, we will go with single sign-on. We are doing the same with the help of SAML, security instruction markup of language. So we will just click on the SAML itself. The SAML page, we need to just give some basic details here. And probably these basic details we also need to remember. So if you are using a single tab or you are supporting multiple applications, I will request you to please copy some of the details which I will tell you and keep it with you. When we will configure Okta, you will be needed those particular values over here. Okay. So in the basic thing, first step has been there. We need to go ahead and to configure this, which has been a required. You can see here it's saying required rather than these are optional. Okay. So as this is the required thing, and now at present we doesn't have the identifier. As here we need to give the identifier from which you can be able to identify the particular third-party application that you are going to integrate with Okta. But as of now, we doesn't know what is the identifier, what we are configuring, and what is the URL that Okta will jump. Although we know that the application is Okta, but we doesn't have that remembering that what are the URLs that Okta will jump. Correct. So we will just give some random URLs. What is the random URL? As I have a website, I will give just a website. You can give anything. It is not been needed that you need to give this one, any other specific URL. It is not compulsory. You can give whatever details you want to give. So I have given here both the URLs in my website, which I have been given. I will just give one second. Once it is been done, based off this, it will generate a certificate, okay, which is 64 base certificate. Base 64 is the security value, you can say, for that particular certificate. In the second, you will get all the details of your attribute and claims that you have been selected. Like you can go here, you can edit these attributes. The claim name is user identifier. From which the user will be identified, it is user principal name. The rest of the claims are the dedicated claim which you can use. The additional claims are there, and what names you are giving for the original name, that is moving. If you want to add new claim or you need to add a group of claim, you can do it here. If you want to edit these, just click on it. It will give you the options to edit it. Okay. Now we are going to by default. The third one, it is all about the SAML. How you will take the SAML certificate. Certificate is been active. If it is been expired, you can just come here and change the date itself. You can upload it for the new one. What is the thumbprint of the certificate? What is the expiration date of that particular certificate? If it is going to be expired, which email notification you will get? What is the metadata URL for this? This is the certificate base 24. This is the raw certificate, and this is the addition certificate. We just needed a base 64 certificate, which we need to upload at the Okta site. Okay. If you want to edit it, just click on edit. You will get all the things. If you want new certificate, click on the new certificate simply, and new date will occur. And once the SSO, the Entra will get a new certificate over here, it will automatically keep it as a primary, and from that certificate, you can be able to log in. Okay. So this is will get one more thing. If you want to change the email also, from here you can change the notification email. For example, you want multiple group or any email-based group. Mail in a group needs to be receive the notification for the certificate of the new one. Then you can go here and update the SAML. Okay. So we have downloaded this. Apart from that, these two URLs, which is the base URL, means all three are the same, not same. All three are the required URLs, but these two, the top two, is the required more efficient. Why I'm saying, as first one is your login URL, means on which page the user will be redirected. Correct. The first one is your login URL that you need to be handy with you. As an Okta end, we need it. Okay. And the second one is your Microsoft Entra identifier URL, which is the identifier, means it is the IDP identifier. Which IDP you are using? We are using Microsoft Entra. So that's why it's saying Microsoft Entra identifier. It will identify which IDP you are using. Okay. So that's all. And login and logout URL will be same. So nothing is going to change. That's why I told you we have to just keep this two URLs handy with us. Okay. And the last option is test. Yeah, we will test it once you have done the configuration. Okay. Done. So from here we have done all the things. Now after this we need to move towards the Okta end, and we need to configure the Okta site. Okay. So we need to have the instance, the same instance that we have. This is the home page of the Okta. If you have that profile role with you in Okta, then you can be able to log into the admin console. Under admin console, as we are configuring an IDP, Entra ID is an IDP. So we need to go to the identity provider. So here we will find it under security tab. We will be finding an identity provider. Correct. So you will just click an identity provider here. Here, as I am just recently creating an identity provider, so we doesn't have anything. So we will just create an add identity provider. Here we will get multiple identity provider. Okay. You can see we have multiple identity provider. You can just select one of the identity provider, and we are just doing it for SAML. So we'll just select SAML 2.0 IdP and click on next. After clicking next, we have some configurations here that we need to provide here. Okay. So in the name field, we need to give name. I will give the state what I have given there, so we can be able to identify it. We are just using it for SSO. So So we will just IDP what is the uses for the IDP itself. So if we want to trust the claims and all, we will take that trust claim from this identity provider. If we want to trust a particular claim, we will do that. If account matching with the persistent name ID, we will use this. These are the by default settings that we want. And if you want to configure the claim sharing and all, you can just go ahead and configure the claim sharing by clicking the hyperlink that is being given, and you will get a document how to do that. Okay. So Okta has given Okta, or you can say every of the IDP has given their document, knowledge sharing document from where you can be able to configure. Okay. We are going for the account matching with the IDP, how the account will be matched with the IDP. Like in the outer side, we have a precedent value, right? Which we are giving as a 1. So from the precedent attribute, the account will be matched. In the IDP, how we need to do it? So what we will select here, you need to pick from the list. So here we will select as a IDP user dot subject name ID. What will be the subject name or username of that particular ID? That will be taken as the IDP user. Okay. After that, filter. If you want to apply some filter like this particular user is being matching, then only it will be synced or it can be able to create an SSO. Then you can give this. We are going to by default itself. After that, we have a matching against. Matching is against is an Okta user attribute, which you can say match against the IDP username to find the existing user. If any user which is already been present, we can just select that particular user. So how Okta or Entra will search in the user directory, you can just select it with the help of email, the help of Okta username or email, whatever you need. Like we are going with Okta username, means the Okta username what we have given here. If it is same in the Entra, then it will match both the users and it will not create the previous user itself. It will directly link with that particular user. Again, after that, we have account linking policy. Account linking policy, if you are going to take it automatic, then automatically it will link the incoming IDP user with the existing users which has been created in the Okta. Okay, as we have discussed before, how it will check with the username. Then after we are saying, okay, once the Okta has been checked, then what Okta need to do? We are saying it should be linked automatically. If we have selected it, it will link automatically. If you are disabling it, you want to manually link the user, or if you doesn't want to link those users, then you can untick it. Okay. After that, we have this filter option. Like you have selected it, that particular account should be linked, but you can filter out it. How? If you want in this group, if any specific group you want to select, if the user is in this group, then it should be linked, or you need to exclude some of the users. Means apart from this user, if the user is in there, then it should be. Or exclude admins. Means, for example, if the admins are there, they should be excluded. They should not be automatically linked with those users. But then we are going with by default. Nothing changes in there. Based on your requirement, you can go ahead and think of this. Okay. Here, if no match found, means the Okta is asking if any of the match is not found with this username, what I need to do. So you have two options. You can ask him to create a new user with the help of chip. So it will create a new user and it will ask you to check the same. If it is getting any error, then it will give you a logs over. Okay. Apart from that, you can say them to redirect to Okta sign page. So it will ask you what are the details of the Okta sign. But we are saying here, go ahead and create a new user. Okay, with the help of JIT. Okay. So now if the username is not present in the Okta, it will create a new user and update the same. Okay. Now we have given the instruction to create a new user. Now he is saying what is the profile source. Now JIT is asking what is the profile source. We will say if we have created a new user, then it is good. Otherwise, update the attribute of the existing user. If it is a new user has been created, that's good. If it is the same, the previous user which has already been the Okta, then what need to do? Then we will say if you get a previous user or the user which is already present in the Okta, then go ahead and update the new attribute which we have selected over here. Okay. Here is the reactivation settings. For example, a user is been in the deactivated state in the Okta. So the object will go ahead and reactivate it. If the user is in the suspended list means in the deleted state of the Okta, then we will suggest Okta to go ahead unsuspended means it give it to the active user and it will work as it is. So if you want like that, you can just take that and it will work as it is. Okay. Any specific group assignment if you need it, then you can go ahead and select a specific group or a full symbol for all the groups. Okay. We will take it as a default itself. Till now, the settings are the same, which it doesn't need it from anything from the IDP. Now, as this is the SAML protocol settings. So, in both the thing, here the SAML certificate settings and SAML protocols. So, here we needed the details of the IDP. IDP issuer URL. That means which IDP you are using. That issuer URI it has been needed. Identifier. Issuer URI money means which IDP is issuing the URL, which IDP is issuing the token to log in towards the Okta. So we have the Microsoft. Here we have Microsoft identifier, which is as a issuer URL, as Microsoft will issue the token to log into the Okta. Correct? So here we need to give the IDP issuer URL. Okay. After that, we have a single sign-on URL. That is single sign-on or logout URL that we have discussed. Here is a login URL that we have. So you need to go ahead and paste here as a login URL. Then now we need the certificate that we have downloaded. IDP signature cited. Anything if it doesn't get, here is a question mark, you can just click on it and you can just this black window will tell you all the details of the particular option. Okay. Click on that browse file, we have downloaded, download section, select all, and this is the Okta Entra certificate. It is clean for 1095 days. It is not going to expire. Okay, that is near to 3 years, something like that. Okay, so it has been done. We have uploaded the certificate and all. Rest, we need to keep it as default. Okay, I think if you want to change, you can go ahead and change the settings like the security algorithms and the verification details, destination if you want to give any, but these are not mandatory things. You can go ahead and choose as is you needed. You will go by default. Okay, I'll click on finish. Once it has been done, it will ask for the code, and as due to the security purpose, you need to provide the code. Then you can't be able to, if you are typing also, then it will be expired. So nothing is needed. Then it has been authenticated successfully. The IDP has been created as it is. Now, as we needed some details from the Okta end also, so that Okta can verify, yeah, this is me, and you are going to connect with me. So nothing much needed. Only these two URLs is being needed from the Okta end. Or the second thing is you can ask to download a metadata file, download it. It will download, and you need to just go to Azure side. Here you will get an option to upload the metadata file, or you can manually edit these identifiers. Okay, but for our convenience purpose, we will just upload the metadata file. Edit, here, all done. Right. Now you can see we upload the metadata file. Now we will refresh it. Put it, save it, it is been updated. Correct. Okay, so you can see this two URLs that we are discussing. It has been updated. Apart from that, the rest all the things are same. Nothing changes as we done. So now this is the basic configurations that we have done between Okta and Entra. Okay. Apart from that, We can go ahead and we can test it out right now itself. We'll get some error, but yeah, error should also be there. So we will just go ahead and we will select my user here. Just try. Yeah. And we will go ahead and test for the SSO that we have. Okay, that will give an error as we know. It's going to check the SAML application. Let us even the Okta 404 error itself that we needed, right? So now we will go to this. Okay, here we have done all the things. Why we are getting the error? We will go and we will check it. Okay, it is not completed yet. There is the reason I do it. We need to go under reports. The reports we have system logs. All the details, all the logs that we got on the Entra ID, we will got here. Okay, you can go ahead and you can see what is the error we are getting from where it has been started. It has started from granted access to run of that app, attempted allowed, directory mappings, things provided access, email delivery done. Okay, after that it is saying that user should vary. Authenticated via IDP means it is came from the IDP end itself. This saying unknown profile attribute means the attribute mapping that we have done. Those are unknown. After all, you will be getting some total these kind of attributes over there that you need to map like a attribute. Then only those attributes will be mapped towards your attribute. Okay. So now what we need to do? We need to just copy those. Notepad. Then paste it. Okay. Then now the next thing you can just copy it and paste it as you do. Now the next thing where we need to update it, right? So we need to go to the save security options. Providers, identity providers, we have this Okta 200 that we have created, and we have added profile mapping. Okay, and here we have all the mapping. So these are the custom mapping that we need to update here. Okay, we need to update these custom mapping that we have done. First, you need to go here, you need to change some settings like it should be app.username, it should be app.firstname. Not source, it should be the application. So it is writing in the Okta, like we have created the user. So it should be what application is created. Okay. After that, we need to change it. One, the main attributes that we are seeing. Okay. Display name should be that. Display. Okay. Or we can say the email ID should be the email ID display name. Okay. And so we will save the mapping, apply the mapping, update the mapping. Done. Now again we need to go here. To go to Okta to Entra. The another part that we have, we need to change those. Save mapping applied. Now we could be able to fetch it. And still we need to wait for some time. So now we will delete it. Delete those attributes. Now we need to create those attributes. Okay. Okay. First name, last name, email, and attribute that we have. This is name variable will be same as it was mentioned itself. First name. Name you type as it is, as it was given in the particular first name and the other external name that is being given. Okay, like this, you go ahead, you can enter the attribute first name, first relation, first for the attribute with the same variable is not completed. Okay, no problem. Wait, it is due to the previous cases. This is it is being kept. Okay, name is the and will be kept. Just paste next last name. Okay, save it. Then to create another, your email. You will be simple email itself. So that yeah, ID one, attribute the ID name. So this operator name that is ID. ID name. Providing all these identifiers and details in the thing. So name you will be right. So like this, you need to provide all the identifiers and the names itself. Once these all being set, now we will go just test forward our application. So we will go to our tenant. We will page test, which I already told you to get application. We will be just so you will see my user is today it has been successfully submitted. That means SSO SP done successfully. So like this, you can just configure your SAML sign-on. The only thing we need to take care of all these textual mappings and all, and the mapping that you are doing here itself. It should be type user, not the source dot username. And there are you can have the matrix also as per your requirement and other things. And same identity provider, you can just create multiple identity providers that you have. So you can just manipulate this and you can play with those. And based on that, you can be able to log into the account itself. So, it's like that. The question that you did you can get from here and just a student test environment and get the yes if you have.
If this video helped you, please give it a like and subscribe for more cloud identity and access management tutorials. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an update on SSO, Entra ID, Okta, and security integrations. Got questions, issues, or want us to cover a specific use case? Drop them in the comments below, we'd love to help.